EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Steelers 0.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. He's got the first down and more past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. Right when he pitched that to him, it looked like he had a good numbers advantage on the outside. He did, and it turned into a nice game.
Allowed his vision to take over, too, because he was able to pick when he put his foot in the ground and took off upfield because he actually had options. Could he go now, wait another second? It really didn't matter, but he chose the exact right time and turned it into a big-time run.
Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 45 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
These two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw, it's Carr. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Mike Tomlin has reached for that red challenge flag, and he'll throw it out there.
Oh, I got him, I got him, I got him.
They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. To throw his Carr. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball out of the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there, because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things, because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
These two teams met in Baltimore. You might remember earlier in the year with the Ravens winning that game. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
From the gun, Jackson.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Buying time to his left. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one, because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And not able to break away this time, as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings for some reason it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Alex Highsmith in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Jackson now. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw to Freiermuth. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Now this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Here's 2nd and 10.
On play action. Now Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jalen Ferguson coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
And now Jackson will look to throw it.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10.
Throwing is Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Alex Highsmith
Able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll toss to Harris. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
56 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll try the right side with Harris. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And I have to think that when this play began, the running back thought to himself that this looks promising, but that feeling certainly didn't last very long. Super play defensively to lock in on the best route to his target, and he stopped him for no gain.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
But we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit. But how about guys who are maulers? Because that's who you want in short yardage situations. And we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Here's Carr. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 23.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right.
He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Jackson. Flush to his right. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And now a fair catch called for, and he'll indeed take it at about the 6-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On 2nd down, it's Harris. And he's got some space here. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Steelers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 10-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
Jackson's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 42. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And Jackson throwing once more. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Jackson on first down. Trying to improvise. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
They'll try to run with Dobbins.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31.
And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10.
Ravens 14, Steelers 10. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm. They're locked in.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Najee Harris
with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9.
A give. Dobbins trying the right side.
Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Jackson to throw. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
Looking deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Able to fight through one tackle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
2nd and 2.
Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right.
Open man Watkins. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Sammy Watkins in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Steelers 17. Justin Tucker to kick off.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
He's going to let it go again. They've got his man complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now here's another carry for Harris. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Carr. And he's got his target, Harris. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the give, this is Harris. 173 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Finding room to the 20. And down to the 7-yard line.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a 1st down.
It's a jet sweep. Here comes Claypool with it.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Chase Claypool.
His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Steelers.
Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket. And it results in a sack. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Here's a give to Dobbins running right.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Oh, the terrible towels here at Heinz Field out in full force. Here's 3rd and long.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Flush to his right. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see often this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15.
Well, 207 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Shotgun now for Carr. Rolling to his right.
He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that's a tough one for the defense because the coverage was good downfield. He was forced to work his way out of the pocket to his right, spotted his man on the sideline, and got it to him to pick up the 1st down on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown.
Chase Claypool with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Carr will look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players. But most of the time you want to get it to a back and pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Now Jackson. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Jackson looking to throw on third. And one more time, that's Watkins. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Let's go.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
On second down, a run with Dobbins.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Being chased out left.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And they'll get this down to the 10.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. Jackson now. Escaping the pressure right.
That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Ravens are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's a quick throw to Freiermuth. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Carr on the bootleg.
And here's Freiermuth again. And he will have a Steelers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go, Big series right here. We got to step it up. 49.
They'll run. Here's Harris. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second down at 7.
They'll run again with Harris. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Trying to power it ahead with Watt. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Flushed out right. And Carr gives himself up, but not before he picks up a first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
On first down, it's Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
2nd and 11.
Here we go. 49. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
It's a jet sweep. Here comes Claypool with it.
The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Carr. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's taken down inside the 30. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on first down. Harris. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the Ravens 31 yard.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Carr going to throw here. It's complete to Watt. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
To throw is Carr.
Quick slant finding Claypool. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they will take a knee here. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Pittsburgh, the victory gets them back to 500, 8-8 on the year.